Om Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivoham Nithyanandeshwari Paramashakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shri Mahans, Mahans, Tanedar Kotari, visitors, viewers, everyone sitting with us all over the world with my love and blessings. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen. Conscious sovereignty. Consciousness is the ultimate for any being, not just human being. Consciousness is the ultimate for any being, not just human being. The very purpose Paramashiva manifesting as incarnation, this incarnation and manifesting Kailasa is to make every being realize the conscious sovereignty. Listen. It's for all of you, all beings, not just human beings, all beings, to realize conscious sovereignty. Paramashiva is manifesting as this incarnation and manifesting Kailasa. So understand, this conscious sovereignty more deeply, clearly. Even if you just understand what is conscious sovereignty, you will start manifesting it. Because this powerful truth can manifest in you just by Shravana, listening. Conscious sovereignty means you are conscious being, realizing, understanding the truth. You are conscious being. Listen. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands, because I am revealing some of the important truths, great truths, which you can't afford to miss. Shravana, listening, will make you enlightened. Just listening can make you enlightened. Yes. Listen. Paramashiva's direct message from Kailasa. Listen. Conscious sovereignty The very purpose of all beings, not just human beings, all beings, is to experience conscious sovereignty. The very purpose why Paramashiva manifesting as this incarnation and manifesting Kailasa is to make all being experience and live conscious sovereignty. Now, understand conscious sovereignty deeply. Conscious sovereignty means realizing and manifesting the truth. You are consciousness. You may have intelligence, mind, body, various layers, but you are consciousness. Your layers are not you. You are consciousness. The core substance out of which you are made, or the core existence of you, the core unit of you is consciousness. You may have mind, you may have body, you may have all the other things like a wealth, relationships, but you are consciousness. Second, consciousness is the ultimate. Third, declaring the sovereignty of your consciousness. Declaring sovereignty of your consciousness. Your consciousness is the supreme, most powerful, highest, your consciousness is supreme, most powerful, highest existence. Listen. Whether the yoga you are asked to do, stretching your body, or pranayama you are asked to do, like a cohesive, coherent breathing pattern, or the puja, the worship you are asked to do, or listening to these great truths and internalizing everything. In Hinduism, everything is to make you express your conscious sovereignty. Manifest your conscious sovereignty. Listen. From your conscious sovereignty, when you manifest your health, the health becomes eternal, permanent. From your conscious sovereignty, if you manifest economical independence, that becomes eternal, permanent and good to you and to the society, because a conscious sovereign being will never harm society and generate wealth. Understand? There are many people wealthy by grabbing, centralizing, redistributing, not by generating. The real wealth is always generation focused, generating focused, not just redistribution or grabbing. A conscious being will be wealthy by generating, not by grabbing or redistribution, being part of this redistribution loop. So understand, a conscious being, when he declares his conscious sovereignty and manifests health, it will be an absolute perfect health. He knows how long to live and he knows when to leave. I can give the example of Paramashivoham. Even after leaving the body, his body did not go through any symptoms of death, deterioration of death. My own Guru, Isaki Swami, 3 days after death, his body was just fresh, alive. My Guru Kukumal asked, Bhagavan, please do Vatmasana, we have to keep you in Jiva Samadhi. His body just locked itself in Vatmasana and we kept in Jiva Samadhi. Understand? A being manifests health from his conscious sovereignty will be ultimate health. Being manifesting economical independence from his conscious sovereignty will be not only wealthy forever, his wealth will do good to him and to the world. The methodology he adopts for becoming wealthy will do good to him and for the society. It will always be generating, creating, manifesting, not manipulating or grabbing, stealing, or being part of this redistribution loop. I want all of you to spend a little time and understand what I say about wealth. If you read Agamas, understand the economic policies of Paramashiva. If you understand the economic policies of Paramashiva, if you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. Yes. Shiva Yoga, I am seeing everything you guys are doing and enjoying. Yes. Good. Listen, I'll repeat. I can see you all guys and I can see all of you waving. Yes. Now listen. Sorry for the technical glitch. I'll repeat. Because my purpose is for all of you to manifest this conscious sovereignty. I'm going to give more and more detailed revelations about this conscious sovereignty. Listen. Realizing your consciousness and realizing consciousness is the ultimate, and declaring your conscious sovereignty and making your life manifesting conscious sovereignty in every level. Your health should be centered on conscious sovereignty. You should manifest physical health from the great realization of conscious sovereignty. You should manifest mental health from the great realization of conscious sovereignty. I tell you, 99% of your problems are mental health related. The remaining 1% you don't have a problem. Only in this pralaya, I can see how people are creating real problems because of their imaginary, delusory mental problems. Listen. The imaginary, delusory mental problems, they are not able to handle and make decisions, create real problems, physical problems. This whole pralaya, the worst thing is, it cheats you left, right, center, and the empty mind is devil's workshop. The word will become reality in this pralaya. You go on imagining things, get deluded, and you really feel your delusions are really, really real. That's the worst thing. You should manifest mental health from conscious sovereignty. You should manifest wealth from conscious sovereignty. You should manifest powers from conscious sovereignty. You should manifest enlightenment from conscious sovereignty. Conscious sovereignty should be the center, core truth. The career decision you make, the decisions you make in your life, where to live, how to live, the relationship decisions, health related decisions, wealth related decisions, the activities you are supposed to perform every day, the words you will be uttering every day, everything you should decide from conscious sovereignty. Do Vakyartha Satas and Jivartha Satas on this conscious sovereignty subject. I'll help you to experience more and more the truth about the conscious sovereignty in further satsang. Today I wanted to introduce this science of conscious sovereignty. I'll explain the physics of conscious sovereignty, chemistry of conscious sovereignty, biology of conscious sovereignty in every level. First, understand the importance of conscious sovereignty. Then you will understand how to do. Your devotion should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your surrender should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your enlightenment should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your power manifestation should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your love should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your lust should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Your passion should be centered on conscious sovereignty. Love people who support you to experience and manifest conscious sovereignty. Enjoy the physical intimacy with people who are filled with the bio-memory of conscious sovereignty and manifest the same in you when you share your body with them. Whether your love, your lust, your intimacy, your career, your wealth, your health, all decisions make based on conscious sovereignty. Kailasa is here to make all the beings experience conscious sovereignty. I am here to give you conscious sovereignty. Understand? Receiving the knowledge about the conscious sovereignty, freedom to live the lifestyle of conscious sovereignty, supporting mechanism, the ecosystem to manifest conscious sovereignty, this should be the goal of every human being. This should be the goal of every human being. The whole purpose of Kailasa is setting a model community of conscious sovereignty. Where your health, everything is centered on conscious sovereignty and you are supported intensely to manifest conscious sovereignty. And you can learn from this model community and take it and manifest this wherever you are. That is the way I am manifesting this whole Kailasa. See, here I am manifesting. If you want to come and be part of this community, you are welcome. But if you want to come and learn and go back and manifest the same ecosystem wherever you are free to do. I support, encourage, give you all the support system for you to manifest this conscious sovereignty centric ecosystem. Wherever you are. That's the way I'm making this Kailasa. It is fundamentally conscious sovereignty centric, helping every being to manifest conscious sovereignty. When you start manifesting conscious sovereignty, the patterns which binds you, chains you, will all become irrelevant. Not only they will disappear, you will break them, they will just become irrelevant. The mind which binds you, chains you, will become irrelevant. You will manifest supermind, which manifests all powers. Extreme joy, ecstasy, bliss, completion, powers. I'll give you some deeper understandings about this conscious sovereignty. It is such highly matured, enlightening truth. Even if you understand, you will start manifesting. Say, declare you are Paramashiva, the ultimate conscious being. Even your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, all these are part of your rejuvenation process. How Paramashiva has creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, delusion, liberation, all as part of him. Even you having self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred is your own internal samhara, rejuvenation process, your own delusion and liberation unit. So that is also very much part of your Paramashivatva. You don't need to be afraid of it. You forgetting your Paramashivatva and you remembering your Paramashivatva. You don't need to be afraid of any of this. You forgetting your Paramashivatva is you putting yourself in delusion. You remembering your Paramashiva is you liberating yourself. So you don't need to be afraid of your delusion, your liberation.
Nithyananda, Nithyananda, Nithyananda. மனமுறு தருணம் தலைவனாய் அழைக்க
Listen. Listen. The truth I am talking, I am revealing, is too powerful, needs continuously to be explained for few hours. So I'll explain the physics of conscious sovereignty, chemistry of conscious sovereignty, biology of conscious sovereignty in further satsangs. Now understand the importance and introduction about conscious sovereignty. Do Vakyartha Sadas and Jivartha Sadas about this. I'll explain the further truths in the further satsang. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living, collective integrity, Paramadvaitam, Shuddhadvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षि सुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्न
Nithyanandam, Jnanapatati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattamasyadi Lakshmyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I've added the ultimate powerfulness, Turyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explains power manifestation is being alive, becoming the kalpatru of your life, everything deciding as you want. It's a science of power manifestation. Science because millions have experienced that, and each one of us can experience the superconscious breakthrough, becoming the new species, manifesting all our desires into reality. Science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The Pramanas, just by listening to the Pramanas, the cognitive shift, conscious sovereignty happens as our reality. The Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures as Vedas and Agamas. Vedas, pure science, and Agamas, applied science. Apta Pramana, the experience and the results of Aptas. Aptas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas, Yoginis, Yogis, Rudrakanyas, Rudras, and even emperors, grahasthas, all of them were authority of Hinduism. All of them manifested all the powers of Paramashiva. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Bhagavan's very own Leela to showcase to the world how conscious sovereignty as our reality, when we have the cognitive shift, living as conscious sovereignty, consciousness as our reality. Shakshi Pramana, the experience of millions of disciples, devotees, followers all around the world, initiated by Bhagavan into the science of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully says he is more present than all of us in Kailash courtyard, manifesting all the abundance, auspiciousness, bliss, and more, healing, and all the great things in each one of us when we are in the oneness with Paramashiva. The Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, the initiation happens and manifesting our auspiciousness and abundance. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says how we can have the cognitive shift and the prefrontal cortex become so vivid and clear when we are manifesting powers, and thoughtlessness space is triggered when we feel completely peace and beautiful space of oneness with Paramashiva. Scientifically, it's measurable and it's given all the details in Avatar Shastra. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana for the power of Sarvanyatva, all-knowingness. This is from Sarvanyatva Agama, verse 15, all-knowingness in its all-fullness.
The Pramana for the power of quantum memory is taken from the Sarvojnanottara Agama, verse 15. Evamekatmabhavena samstitasya tu yoginaha sarvajñatvam pravarteta vikalparahitasya tu. Evamekatmabhavena samstitasya tu yoginaha sarvajñatvam pravarteta vikalparahitasya tu.
Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says, within such a yogi who established himself in absolute non-dual oneness with Lord Shiva and who keeps himself free from all sorts of differentiating notions, the exalted supreme power of all-knowingness, the Sarvanyatvam, gets unfolded in all its fullness. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully said in the most beautiful and easiest ways, conscious sovereignty as our reality. The all sorts of differentiating notions is nothing but the parasites sitting in us all the vaccines, virus, and everything that is actually the parasites which is sitting in our gut and running our system. Beyond that, the consciousness is more powerful, and conscious sovereignty, when we are living that as our reality, understanding and cognizing, it's more powerful than all the parasites that exist. Beyond that, there exists a space of beautiful space of oneness with Paramashiva, who is manifesting to even recognize the parasites, who is manifesting to function with the parasites, or even allow the parasites to function. When we detox ourselves with Haritaki, neem juice, Panchakriya, castor oil, the Karslangani, Ponnangani, and Thuduvalai, all this literally removes all the parasites which are causing the toxin in our body. When that is removed, simply the higher groups of our brain can reflect the consciousness, Paramashiva, as consciousness and function with a greater reality, creating the outer world in such a beautiful way of manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Again and again, Bhagavan says, work with the body. The very nature how we exist simply will respond when we align. Paramashiva is ultimate, and Paramashiva can manifest in me as ultimate. When we are aligned to the higher truths, nothing touches our inner space, and nothing touches our inner space, we will start manifesting that beautiful reality as Paramashiva rather than all sorts of differentiating notions. If we are trying to get rid of all sorts of differentiating ups and downs, anger, fear, guilt, suffering, any kind of pain that we are going through, we'll be fighting forever. Even if we win, we are going to again get into the same thing. Morning we make one decision, evening we make one decision, Bhagavan says, because it's not our decision, it's the parasite which is sitting inside us. When I am in the restful awareness, I have only one decision. Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real. And more, when we align to the highest reality, conscious sovereignty is happening to us in every possible way, and recognizing that in everything that we see, whether we are angry, see through the, Bhagavan beautifully says, see through the conscious sovereignty. Whether we are happy, see through the conscious sovereignty. Whether we are lusty, see through the conscious sovereignty. Whether we are hungry, see through the conscious sovereignty. Seeing everything through the space of oneness with Paramashiva, we will simply remove all the delusion and be able to see conscious sovereignty is the only reality and nothing other than that exists as reality. Again and again, aligning to the higher truth, we can manifest all the powers of Paramashiva, bringing in so much of auspiciousness and abundance in our life. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully talks about the Siddhas. Siddhas in Atma Pramana, they manifested the power of learning the foreign language, not just learning or downloading. They were able to go travel to different locations. Like Bogar traveled to China and he manifested the greatest reality, the Taoism itself, and Yin Yang, the Shiva and Shakti form, in their own language, and giving them all the translation from the Vedic scriptures. And they have even statues of the Siddhas in China even now, with all the reality that how much of translation has happened and all the great science is given to the Chinese community. Same way, Sri Ramadeva, one of the greatest Siddhar, he went to the Middle East and he had to convert even a religion, and he stayed even as a Muslim, and he wrote so many Siddha material on the medicine, and his name was Yakub, and he gave that greatest truth to the humanity and to all of them in whatever Arabic text, and simply that is the maximum number of revelation that we have on the medicines. These great truth again and again given to us, that all over the world they go and contribute in all the possible way to heal people and raise people as conscious sovereignty. Bhagavan beautifully speaks in Atma Pramana how he manifested the power of downloading Hindi, and simply he got so excited downloading the new language. He said he went into the samadhi. The volume of the original video is little low. I'm completing for that, but it's a beautiful clipping. You can listen to it in such a beautiful way.
In Sanskrit, then it gets translated either into English or into Tamil. If I'm doing some administration work, that gets translated into English, Tamil. If I'm giving satsang, it gets translated into English. So yesterday I tried to send that raw material, that Sanskrit, into this Hindi software, and the statements came out. Kundalini is your possibility, the multiple possibility. After 25 statements, I think I myself got overexcited. So the moment I get overexcited, I fall into samadhi. The overexcitement leads to too much of completion. You can't have the gap between internal and external. So, the overexcitement. If you discover something new, how you get excited? Like that I started getting excited. So the moment I started getting excited, I saw very clearly the Sanskrit, the words go inside and come out as a diffused energy. The words are not coming out. It's like that vak, what do you call vocal cord in that area. From the being, the words enter, and by the time it comes out, it just becomes prana. It is no more a word. It is disintegrated to prana. Means gone back to the original source, the original form. So the original form of a letter is mantra. Original form of a language is mantra, the prana space. I know I'm throwing too many mystical details. Even if you don't understand, it's okay. I just wanted all these to be on record. When science evolves to scale spirituality, that time the scientists will discover the meaning of all these words.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained how he downloaded the Sanskrit, from Sanskrit to Hindi, and how the download happened, and how excitement he had, and how Bhagwan's every word is a mantra. Just by listening, even if we don't understand, Bhagwan says, the satsang are my best friends. The satsang, just by listening to his satsang again and again, even if we don't understand, simply will heal us and get us out of all the differentiating notions and raise us into the consciousness. The obsessive compulsive pattern just withers away. Listening to his satsang and just being in that space of receiving whatever Paramashiva gives. Here, Minerva in Shakshi Pramana is clearly saying how today during the kids' class, the power of manifesting was downloading language. Genesis translated the sentence, "We are gods" in French, getting it correctly. Of course, French is not a language that we are familiar with. Thank you, Swamiji, for manifesting those beautiful cognition through us. So beautifully, they are sharing how the kids are able to immediately download any languages, because kids can learn so many languages, especially when they are very young. If we don't learn the languages of Sanskrit or Tamil as young as below 7 years, some of the sounds are not even heard by us. Like one of the Chinese dialects does not have the sound R. So they don't even hear that sound. And science says that after that 7 years, they can't even hear the sound if you're not familiar with those sounds. Like that, there are so many sounds and we are not familiar with that. That's why Bhagavan says, just learning Sanskrit, you can become enlightenment. He says, think in Sanskrit. All we need to do is think in Sanskrit and simply we can experience enlightenment, because Sanskrit opens the subtle grooves of our brain, the sound in the Sanskrit.
again and again. That is why the chanting is so powerful, because it awakens the subtle grooves of our brain, which reflects the Paramashiva as consciousness. And simply the consciousness becomes more powerful, which is more powerful than all the parasite that exists, and simply flush away everything, and you feel such a peace and oneness with Paramashiva. Again and again, holding that space, Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real. You will be triggered into that beautiful space of oneness. Now, today we are going to translate the language into an unknown language. You can have questions like, what is Swamiji love, Swamiji's grace, Swamiji's blessing in German, in Russian, whichever language you are not familiar with. You can write whatever is downloading in you, and at the end of the session you can see how you have beautifully translated those words into the new language. You can try multiple languages, and you can try multiple sentences, and Google Translation will give you the exact words which you are looking for at the end of the session. So now let's get into the beautiful space of oneness. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva, the listening of Paramashiva, all of us collectively, collective integrity, meditating, manifesting, creates such a beautiful vibration that Bhagavan says the conscious sovereignty, collective consciousness is so powerful. All of us for few minutes, let's drop the gadgets and chant the Mahavakya, deeply unclutching from everything. Bhagavan beautifully said, when you unclutch to the layer of time and everything that you know, how in the deep sleep you do not have any time component. You only wake up to know, oh, I slept for half an hour, I slept for 2 hours. Only when you wake up, you know how long you slept. So the time does not exist in the deep sleep, because you are not having a mind. Mind has a time because it is for chronological planning. That is the very purpose of the mind. Bhagavan beautifully says, Ramana Maharshi, anything he asks, he says, do what you came here for. That means whatever you're struggling with, drop all that. You came here to celebrate Paramashiva. Be only in that task. Don't dilute and go away into some other thing. That is why Bhagavan says, no thinking is required in our life. We came to celebrate Paramashiva, live in Paramashiva, experience Paramashiva, manifest Paramashiva. The thinking only leads to our what we have a limited life, limited happening in our life. But when you live and celebrate Paramashiva, you are in the ultimate, so your life becomes ultimate. Bhagavan beautifully says, unclutch from everything that you know as you, all your identities, and surrender to Bhagavan's lotus feet and hold the space. Conscious sovereignty is everything. Paramashiva is real and consciousness is real. More and more experiencing that as reality, that you're not just the matter, you're also the matter, but you exist as energy, consciousness, frequency. The whole world is vibrating in different frequency. Now science is clearly saying that matter can also exist as energy, and that is what we are experiencing when we manifest powers, when you are in the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Beyond the body and the mind, when you just put the body into complete stillness, even the eye movement completely in stillness, you experience the higher reality. That's what happens when you're sleeping and the deep sleep. And that is the unclutching, tyaga, surrender, all the identity merging into the space of oneness and experiencing the ultimate. Just dissolve yourself, just evaporate into Paramashiva as reality. All we need to do is start chanting the Mahavakya intensely and holding that beautiful space of oneness with Paramashiva with a deep listening. Chanting from the navel center the Mahavakya and the deep listening will make us disappear into Paramashiva, manifesting the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, and whatever word appears there, just write it down and you can Google and figure out at the end of the session, end of the cycle, whether it is authentically right. So don't bother about the results, all the small exercise that Bhagavan is giving. Power manifestation is a tapas, Bhagavan says. All that Paramashiva has, he says, he is struggling to manifest that as reality. So he will manifest. All we need to do is surrender our identity, hold the celebration space inside you. Paramashiva is manifesting. He knows all the language. He will manifest. Hold that powerful space. Sit with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands as Paramashiva, so powerful and so beautiful, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva by chanting the Mahavakya with a deep oneness, surrender, and deep earning. Paramashiva is real. And with a deep listening, let's start the power of Sarvanyatva, all knowingness.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Whatever Paramashiva has downloaded, please go ahead and use Google Translation and verify the words that has appeared. Whatever words that has appeared, you can go and check all the details in different languages that you wanted to download and verify what the words are, and you can, or the sentences, you can simply mark that and share that at the end of the session. We'll have one more cycle of manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Beautifully, how the great Mahatmas, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Ramana Maharshi, or any of the great avatars who have happened, simply could download anything just like that. Adi Shankara was only 7 years when he chanted the Kanagadhara Sostra, He had no idea, no schooling about all these things. Simply he connected to Devi Lakshmi, and simply she downloaded the whole Nagadara Sostra and the gold coins and gold gooseberries for the beautiful Brahmin who gave the one gooseberry as the dana. It is said that the Brahmins are supposed to have only for that day meal. They're supposed to earn for the next day meal. And what she had left was the only gooseberry in the house, and even that she was ready to offer to Adishankara, seeing the integrity and devotion that she lived for. And when he received, he showered her with all the auspiciousness and abundance. Again and again, Bhagavan says, the intense space, again and again, living conscious sovereignty as your reality, even on the worst of the happenings. And whatever you're going through, living as conscious sovereignty, that Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real. He is manifesting all this in my life for a reason, and He will manifest all the auspiciousness and abundance. Again and again, when you align that Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real, beyond the materialistic world, that you are energy and you are consciousness, you are oneness with Paramashiva. Again and again, holding this higher cognitions, and you are not just the body, you are also the body. If you hold that, Bhagavan says, simply the molecular structure in your brain simply starts changing, and your very DNA starts reflecting the higher reality. The God particle in your DNA gets awakened, and you experience the ultimate bliss. And this is a science, and that's how it has happened for millions of years. And each one of us can experience that. Celebrating Paramashiva is real. Now, whatever you have downloaded, the prasada that you have received, let's have one more cycle. You can write few more words or lines, and you can just download whatever Paramashiva says. Start writing down. Don't judge it. Don't try to say, oh, this is some other sound I don't even understand. Just write down the details, and you will simply see that He would manifest all that auspiciousness and simply the answers for you. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya from our navel center, deeply connecting to Paramashiva. Bhagavan says, Brahmanya Bahutratam. That means you are the inheritance of the cosmos. You are the ultimate. Hold that beautiful space, powerful space beyond what you're going through. You are Paramashiva. You are Parashakti, the Ishtadevata. Hold that in your third eye and constantly start listening to your chanting, and you'll experience the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the beautiful oneness, Raja Samadhi, and you will experience manifesting the powers of Sarvanyatva. Let's start chanting for a few minutes. Put away your gadgets, sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line, and chant from your navel center, vibrating with the mantra, Mahavakya, with a deep listening. Let's start.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye in all our third eye. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Beautiful. Whatever Paramashiva has shown, please go ahead and use the Google translation to get all the words and take a picture of that and share it in your social media or in tinyurl.com/manifestation. Enriching is nothing but celebrating Paramashiva's space in you. Bhagavan beautifully says, what you eat is what you belch. When you start celebrating Paramashiva is real, conscious sovereignty is real, again and again, you start manifesting Paramashiva as your reality. And all the enriching, when you type in your own words, it becomes very powerful. And celebrating that beautiful space of oneness and tagging to your friends and family reflects back in you that Paramashiva is real. Causing, Bhagavan says, extreme manifestation is extreme causing. When you cause 10 people into anything, you become that. When you cause them that Paramashiva is real, conscious sovereignty is real, then you also experience that ultimate living enlightenment as real, Paramashiva as real. If you see the $sign at the end of the chat in the YouTube, you can click on that and offer your donation to Kailasa. Each time you offer any donation, it builds the Kailasa inside you. In every ritual, in every homa or every temple, we have the hundi. We offer a coin. In every temple, we will offer a coin in the hundi or in the temple tank. And beautifully, all this ritual is to again and again reiterate our inner space and build our Kailasa in our inner space. So when you offer all this, you are creating a space for all the abundance, auspiciousness, bliss to happen in your life. These are simple exercises that Bhagavan has given to experience the ultimate. So let's thank Bhagwan for all this powerful cognition and power manifestation and surrender everything at Bhagwan's lotus feet with a deep gratitude, thanking Bhagwan and thanking all of you here in all the social media, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. So beautiful, thank you. And with a deep earning, Paramashiva is real in the thought, word, and action, and seeing everyone as Paramashiva as reality. Holding this powerful cognition, let's end the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. Next session will be at 6 p.m. in Kailash Kotyar Manifesting Power session will be in Zoom. You can log in through eKailasha and through that you can find Kailash Kotyar Manifesting Power session and click on that. You will join through the Zoom session. It will be at 6 p.m. IST time. Thank you, Nithyananda.